welcome to Vicky Makes and Builds. As you can see, I'm in the festive mood. I've got my Santa hat on. You can't really tell, but I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. It has a snowflake on it. And I've just done some wrapping presents. You'll notice that there is a different background that I am sitting in today. That is because I have come down to my parents' house for the Christmas holidays. I live in Scotland, but I was actually born down in England, in Nottingham, and I've come down to visit. And yeah, it's exciting. I'm so excited. But I wanted to still do a puzzle whilst I was here. And it isn't, strictly speaking, a Christmas puzzle. But I think it's quite a Christmassy puzzle. I'll show you the one it is. So it's a Cloudberries puzzle, another one. I'm really into my Cloudberries at the moment. And it's called Curiosities. And the reason I actually, when I first saw this on the website, I thought this was a Christmas puzzle because at first glance, the colours are really Christmassy. You've got reds and greens and yellows and white, and there's really Christmassy colours in there. But I actually asked Cloudberries if they classify it as a Christmas puzzle, and they say they don't, but they do. They will recommend it for doing at Christmas because of all the colours. I also think, if you look at the picture, I guess it's supposed to be like a curiosity shop, hence the name Curiosities. But if you actually look at the picture, there are tables set up with like candles and things on. There are what look like, oh, I'm hitting myself in the face with it, what look like popcorn garlands, I think, here. There are, at the front here, there's like a doll's house and a drum, and kind of toys and things like that. So, yeah, I've decided that I think that this is quite a Christmassy puzzle. So I'm going to do it for you as my Christmas week puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces. And yeah, as I say, it's by Cloudberries. I've done, I think, 3 Cloudberries puzzles on this channel now. I've never been let down by them. I really, really love their puzzles. They're great quality, and I'm looking forward to doing this one as well. So what I will do now is I will get this unboxed for you, and then I can look at starting to put it together. Okay, so time to do the unboxing. Right, so standard Cloudberries appearance, grey box, got the big capital letter name of the puzzle at the bottom, Curiosities. It's 1,000 pieces, nothing on the bottom, and the sides are fairly sort of minimalist, so that's fine. If you see some other hands popping into the screen now and again, that is my daughter. She insists on being with me for this unboxing video, which is fine. Do you want to say hello, Freya?
Hi.
There she is. So, if you're wondering where the other hands are coming from, and have I sprouted an extra... Have I sprouted an extra pair of arms? The answer is no. My daughter's arms come into the picture. So you can take the lid off, Ray. All right with that? If you can try and leave it there, though, so that it's like nicely in the shot. You take the lid off without it making that noise. I hate it when it makes that noise when you take the lid off. Oh, well done, Frey. Sometimes it makes kind of an unpleasant sound when you take it off. Right. Right, well we'll put that just there, just kind of beside it. So, again, fairly standard with the Cloudberries puzzles. Obviously you have a bag of pieces. Okay, so this is a poster puzzle, like all the other ones I've done. And I really like looking at the poster because it's like life-sized, so it's the size that the puzzle will be. But also, because it's bigger, you can see in more detail what you're going to be putting together. The first thing that strikes me about this puzzle is the colours. I really like the bright colours on this, and I think it does look like a Christmas puzzle. You've got lights here, you've got these garlands here, there's a lot of toys, a drum, and what looks like a doll's house, there's books, there's a spinning top there, and lots of tables laid out with candles and teacups and things like that. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun puzzle to do for this Christmas. There are a couple of odd features on this. Freya just pointed out to me a minute ago that these people have heads that are upside down, which I didn't notice at first. So I suppose you can't have a puzzle called Curiosities without a few curious features to it, I guess. So, you know, upside down heads. There we go. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting this together. So I think we'll just pop the poster away for now, and then I will get this bag of pieces opened up. Lovely bright colours. That's the first thing that kind of hits you when you look at these pieces, just the really bright colours. The piece quality, as always, is looking really good. Cloudberries pieces I like because for a start they're nice and thick. There's my daughter's hands again. And secondly, they are a nice matte finish, so you don't get loads of kind of shininess coming from them, which I like personally. But yeah, there's a lot of, I don't envisage this puzzle being too difficult. There's a lot of bright colours that I can pick up on. Normally when I'm shuffling around looking for pieces to start with, once I've pulled out the edge pieces, normally I tend to go for red. So I may pick out the reds in this. There's a lot of green.
There's a lot of green and red and yellow.
And there's a lot of yellow, so
and a bit of white.
Possibly I'll do maybe just a little bit of sorting with this one.
I don't really think there's any other colours in that. There's maybe a couple blues, but like that's
yeah,
really it.
A few blues. Yeah, I think I might do a bit of sorting with this one. Obviously we'll have the edge pieces, and then I'll grab a whole bunch of reds and a whole bunch of greens, and maybe the blues and yellows as well.
There's also a lot of browns.
Yeah. Bit of sorting I think might be good with this one. But yeah, can't wait to get started. So just give them a wee mix up and a shuffle. I think I might have just popped one out of the box there. There you go. And yeah, I'll get a little bit of sorting done on this, get those edge pieces out, and we'll start putting this gorgeous puzzle together. Right, okay, so I decided just to sort this puzzle. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a sort of a part sort and a part shuffle when I'm building this, but I just kind of started doing it, and it all seemed to sort fairly quickly. It took me exactly half an hour, and actually it's one of the few puzzles I've sorted purely by colour. Usually I maybe have piles that are sort of a texture based and then a few that are colour based, but these were all colour. There's a lot going on in the picture, so and a lot of the pieces have a bit of all the colours in them, so it made it a little bit tough to know. But mostly I just picked out what the dominant colour was in the piece and I kind of chucked it in that pile. So this is mostly red pieces. This is mostly blue. This is mostly brown. I've discovered that there were quite a lot of brown coloured pieces. That's edges and corners. That is a bit more miscellaneous, but it's ones where I found that there was a lot of white on them. And this one is mostly yellow, and that's mostly green. So they're all sort of quite similar sizes, really. I'd say the biggest piles are the yellow and the green. But I'm just going to do this a fairly traditional way, really. I'm going to start with the edges, and then maybe start with some of the slightly smaller piles, probably red and blue and brown, and tackle the slightly bigger ones after, and just take it from there. So yeah, coming along well so far. Okay, so that is the edge finished. Took me 27 minutes. So it is coming together pretty quickly. I think just the bright colours on this make this puzzle just a little bit easier to put together, so far anyway. There are shades of green at the bottom of the puzzle and at the top, so when I was kind of putting them together in colours, obviously for a while I wasn't sure quite where the greens went, but it was pretty obvious where the blues and the yellows and the browns went. And there was only one piece where I'd put it in the wrong place. It was one of these pieces down here, and I'd put it in the wrong place, but it was pretty easily found, and I just swapped it over. So this wasn't too bad an edge to do at all. So yeah, no real kind of specific technique on this. It sort of came together quite easily, really. So that's the edge done anyway. And now I think what I'm going to do is start on the, I think reds. I think reds. I'll do reds and blues next. So I was just laying out all the red pieces and just kind of looking at them and trying to formulate some sort of a plan, and I've managed to separate those. They're pretty obviously together in one bit. But I think with the reds, they're fairly scattered across the puzzle, and not that much of the red is attached to the edge. There's a little bit up there and there, tiny bit there and there. But for example, the blue, there's kind of a big patch of blue there, patch of blue there, patch of blue, patch of blue. And there's a few patches of brown that are quite close to the edge. And I'm wondering about possibly adopting the lay it all out method, which I explained in one of my other videos, where I just lay all the pieces out and try and kind of make sense of them. But not with all of the pieces. I'm wondering about possibly doing red alongside blue and or brown. That's the way my mind's working with this one. So I've laid out all the reds anyway, but I will put a few together, and then I will decide which colour I'm going to do alongside it. I'm leaning towards blue at the minute. But I think that's the way I'm going to approach this one. Kind of laying them all out and just trying to put them together. But I think I might tackle two colours at the same time, assuming I've got the space. Right, so this puzzle is harder than I thought it would be. I mean, it is coming together, as you can see, but it's coming together a lot slower than I thought it would. And I've ended up kind of just dipping into all of the colours, the coloured piles that I've had. So I've for a while I've been working on the reds, which are now over there, and the blues, which are now over there, and also the whites and the browns, which are in here. And the piles have gone down a lot, but what I was finding was I had so many pieces scattered across the board, I couldn't see really what I was doing. And I mean, it's happened again. I've got loads of pieces kind of scattered everywhere, but I'm finding that I'm putting together bits and not really attaching them to anything. So I have had to refer to the poster quite a lot in this to figure out where things go. And I've mostly, I think, put them in the right place. But again, I've started to dip into another colour, which is the green pile, which I've actually whittled down quite a lot there, because what I decided to do was pick out all these pieces with the what looks like popcorn chains on, and in the hopes that I can start to build out from the edge and then maybe attach these bits, which are sort of at the top of the puzzle, so that I've not got a lot of floating areas, and so that I can really start to get it together now. I'm hoping it comes along a bit quicker, but yeah, it's quite slow going, and I'm surprised at how difficult I'm actually finding this, but it's still fun. I'm still enjoying it. I love the colours, but all the shades of colour are the same. So the blue up there is the same as the blue there, is the same as the blue there, and again, same with reds, browns, whites, all of it. It's all the same shades of colour. So I think that's what's making it difficult. And with the puzzle being such a busy image, that's really what slowed me down. But the method I'm using is still the same. I've still got my sorted piles and I am dipping into them. But rather than finishing a pile and moving on to the next, I'm just dipping into each one now. So yeah, so I'm just going to crack on with these greens, and we will take it from there. Okay, it's done. What a surprise puzzle this was. I thought it was going to be easy, but it really wasn't as easy as I expected. It was easy to sort because there was only really one shade of each colour, and there weren't, 50 colours or anything like that. So I was able to put each sorted pile per colour, and, they were all of a similar size. And the edge came together pretty fast as well, but the rest of the image was just really bitty for quite a while. It took time for me to kind of establish where all the little floating sections that I'd built in the puzzle actually went. And it was kind of like that for a little while. And it meant that basically the method I had to adopt was to not complete a sorted pile and then move on to the next one, but just dip into several of them at the same time, because the colours were the same shade as I said at the start, but they're kind of scattered across the entire puzzle as well, so it made it kind of difficult to just complete one colour and then move on to the next one. So I was kind of dipping in and out of several piles all at the same time, but you know, every puzzle's different, and that's just how I had to kind of approach this one. I never actually got frustrated with it. It was just different. I just had to kind of adapt. So, but it was really, really good fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I think I'm going to declare Curiosities a Christmassy puzzle because the colours are just so Christmassy. My eyes were drawn to it as a Christmas puzzle when I was looking on the website, and there's just so many things in it that are quite Christmas orientated. So anyway, I'm declaring it a Christmas puzzle. So yeah, I mean, that's it really. Yeah, it was really, really good fun. So another Cloudberries under the belt for me. Anyway, there's not much more to say really, other than I hope you all had a lovely Christmas day, and that you're still maybe enjoying the festive season. I apologise that this video is out a little bit later than I had wanted it to be. I travelled home for Christmas, and I've done most of the puzzle here. Well, all of the puzzle here and all of the filming and everything, but all the moving about and things, visiting different family members, has meant that it's just a touch late. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we're still in the festive season. I'm still wearing the Santa hat, so, you know, it's all good. But I really hope that you had and are having a lovely time, and that you got lots of puzzle gifts under your tree. I actually got 2 this year, one of which I've already shown you in a previous video. I got that one early. It was my 9,000 piece Ravensburger Disney Museum puzzle, which I cannot wait to start, and that is definitely going to be started sometime in the first half of 2022. Or even maybe the first quarter. I really, really want to start it soon. But the second puzzle I got was a surprise puzzle gift, was from my brother, and it was this Ravensburger puzzle. It's a Disney panorama, and it's 1,000 pieces, and I actually whipped this one together on Boxing Day when I was visiting my sister, and it was just brilliant just to sit while all my nieces and kids and all my family were just kind of playing and enjoying themselves around me, and I was just sitting on the floor just doing my puzzle. So it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. So thank you to my brother for that. And yeah, I'll pop a picture of it up just now for you so you can see. But yeah, I hope you all got the puzzles you wanted for Christmas as well. And it just leaves me to say thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a happy and a healthy new year, and I'll see you next time. Bye!